Hi guys, Jake and Marissa back again for more live reactions to Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. Alright, whew. Last week was a long week, very long week. But year 3 has officially commenced.
Woohoo!
So already hard at work getting 82 out now, because 81 is now done, out. I hope you guys all enjoyed our very seasonal year 3 premiere. If you have not yet seen it, you will quickly understand what I mean by that. And I hope you guys enjoy some of our workarounds for the for the hiatus that we've dealt with.
Oh.
What you looking for?
I was gonna bring up the comments.
Oh, okay. No, don't worry about it.
But I want to see them. I haven't seen them yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Well, that's the comments for the
That's live reactions. What am I doing?
I don't know.
I don't know. Keep talking.
But yes, 80, you'll be happy to know, the day before releasing 81, we wrapped filming on 82. So I'm currently in the process of getting all that footage together, but we do have it. It is being edited. So you will not need to wait very long for 82. And in fact, I'm thinking I might do another...
Dear database, stop making normal things creepy.
Yep.
What is that thing on the side of Marissa's face when she's playing Dr. K? I assume you mean the Band-Aid, which is covering up this.
Yeah, that you've been using since...
Because this doesn't come off.
Yeah. And that's something we've been doing since day 1.
And somebody actually replied, a bandage
Yeah.
which covers up one of Marissa's piercings. That is correct.
Yep.
What happened to the year?
Yeah. But I'm thinking I might do another promo if you guys like for announcing the next Power Review. I'm looking very much at trying to basically release these around every 2 weeks for the first chunk of 7 episodes for year 3. So I'm working hard to get that going. So basically, the next episode we should be having another episode soon. And if you guys would like, I will release a promo for that on Sunday. So I'll do another poll for interest on that.
Stop making normal things creepy.
No. If I was going to do that, I'd never eat breakfast.
What?
No, my breakfast is actually cereal. Anyway. Alright, so let's get into enough about DRPR and as excited as I am for year 3, the finals are going to finally be underway after all this time. We've got some Sentai to watch, also some filming tonight because Dave's coming over to do some some filming, and we'll probably be arriving just as we finish this up.
Yep.
So let's dive right in to episode 40 of Uchu Sentai Kyuranger, opening Deathball of Ding.
Opening Death Wall of Ding? Sounds like an elevator.
It's Deathball of the Bad Place.
Oh.
Magical sound.
Hey, Spada!
Grazie.
Jack Mata Kyuranger. Are they? Oh, right.
Oh, we're just diving into the baseball thing.
Why is a chef playing baseball, you ask?
We're going in media res here.
And why is he batting lefty?
He's left-handed. I don't know. It's nice for Spada to get a focus.
Yeah.
So what's he making here?
He hasn't said, but everybody's really enjoying it despite the fact that they have very few ingredients.
Yep. Planet SBC. What the? Lovin?
Dark matters.
Deathball. This whole having to earn the Q energy thing is an odd mechanic.
What's baseball?
Coach Tsurugi would be the one to know. That's true, it's a 9-player team. He's a coach. I like the aviator sunglasses. Sagittarius. Assume this is Sagittarius.
Sagittarius comes with baseball uniforms.
What is the logic for these Q-Tama sometimes? Left field. Oh, this is great. Shortstop, balance. Third base, stinger. Pitcher is Lucky. First base is Champ.
Catcher, Garu.
Yeah. This is amazing. Nice.
Spot is on the bench.
Yep, along with Tsurugi.
Somehow he's going to wind up on the field, though.
Yep. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, depending on whose rules they're playing, they may or may not be allowed to put in a designated batter.
Whoa! Whoa!
Kyuranger! Miyagata sora ni sate ikutsu hoshi ga andaru Kazoe kira nukute mushukusha Suru nara we go no story. Fureta toki mita toki bokura nani o monadaru. Kangaete wakanai koto hatsuzuku wa chuzuku wa space journey. Yaranai ryu toka sagazazu ni. Kira makisui your lucky star Kyuranger. Mihata kapuru topa shitake Kyuranger. Ginga level Kyuryu lucky star Kyuranger. Kimi ga kiraku mirai mete mitai n da. Furita soba ritsu yoku gaku nori. Tobe, 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 tobe. Suzuku mata rutu toru suru kojiji. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, and good luck. Tried to go slower this time, but I may have gone a little too slow.
At points.
Because, okay, depending on...
I've got it mostly down now, except for like 2 words in there I keep slurring over.
Depending on the rule set they're using, they may or may not have a designated hitter.
I think I bit my tongue the other day.
Hitting for lucky.
Nice.
That's a new take on the outfield fly rule.
I like it. I like it. Good job.
It's an infield fly rule, but I was making a joke about it.
Yeah. Raptors definitely the standout for outfield. Nice.
Of course, because shortstop and second base work in tandem.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, go back to shortstop.
It's adorable. This is just the Kyurangers are adorable episode. Yeah.
Congratulations, you won an inning.
So now he's
Their ace.
So I guess they want to knock out the pitcher first.
Oh, he bunted.
Nice bunt. Oh.
He's out.
Nice. They're having so much fun.
That's right.
Maka Madako.
You can switch out your pitcher midway through the game. That's
Yeah, you
also
can.
allowed.
Stinger.
Okay, that is not how you pitch. Kisama.
Stinger's giving her such a death glare. Everybody's fighting now.
Is that the end of the baseball?
I don't think so. I think they're gonna have to break it up. Oh no, he's gonna try and he's gonna hurt Lucky's arm.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ow.
Lucky's a lefty.
That was his right arm.
Oh, you're right.
Well, that's an endeavor without his helmet. Seriously? Stinger incited violence by reacting when someone shot him.
Okay, so we are not doing
Let's see how bad he's
designated
right.
hitters because Lucky's up to bat. That was way too soon. There
There
you
it
go.
goes. Home run.
Oh yeah, because he brought home Kotaru.
Ooh. That doesn't look good. Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Can't make those tendons stand out that way, so that's very bad.
Yeah. Very. It looks swollen. Gotta ice that.
He batted with one hand. He can't pitch.
Spada needs to fill in for Stinger. But she's remembering something about Spada. Oh, wow, Spada, you are not even standing anywhere close to the right spot there. Wow. You look.
Spada's afraid of the ball.
Yeah. What? Aww, Spada. Apparently sports is something Spada's never been good at. Tsurugi's got to cover.
Tsurugi's going to cover for Lucky because Lucky can't pitch.
Bear witness. This is definitely one of those episodes where they just make it very clear how much the writers just love all these characters.
Tsurugi, your pants are too long.
Kyuranger are just destroying them.
The bases are loaded.
Oh, poor Spada. This is so cute. The legend begins now.
He's gonna hit a home run with bases loaded.
Yeah, that's how this has to play out.
Yeah, 4. He's got bases loaded. About to lose. Do you guys have the mercy rule?
What the? This does not look good. This guy seems like a jerk. Ah! You're shooting people! This is ridiculous now.
That's mercy.
If you're 20 runs ahead, 3 innings or 10 in 5. Fair enough.
Basically, it's the game ends if you're far enough behind at a given point.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm wondering if she's saying they're about to lose.
No.
Wow, they've gone through more innings than I thought they had.
Wow.
A moment ago we were on inning 4. What just happened?
We went through that really quick. Oh, he's got an afro now. Oh, he's not happy. Why have you not been doing this the whole game?
I don't know.
I'll avenge Tsurugi. Okay, I'll avenge you. What?
Okay, no, that is not an out. That was outside the box. Like, I don't care if you're adding killer stuff to it, but you're outside the box.
I don't know. It may have come up from inside the box.
It came up from inside the batter box, not inside the...
What?
Look, see those 2 boxes on the ground?
No. Come on, really? This is ridiculous.
What happened?
She just did an octo.
No, I see what happened. I was about to say what happened to the blank inning, but then...
Yeah. Oh, poor Spot.
He's so choked up on the bat.
Yeah. Somebody give him some level of advice. Like, that's not how you hold a baseball bat.
And I'd say don't be afraid of the ball, but this is Deathball.
One more and you're out. Oh, he's Are you kidding me? What?
This is another thing that happens in baseball. At unlit fields, the game can be adjourned and resumed the following day.
Huh. Although I think the field just looks dark to you because you have not taken off those aviators. This is so over the top. They have one night to teach Spada how to hit a ball.
Spada doesn't need to manage that. You can't do that in the middle of a... Okay, guys, Spada just needs to get on base.
True.
The next guy can hit the home run.
Yeah.
If Spada gets on base, first of all, he'll be bringing home whoever's ever on third base if he hits a solid single.
Yeah.
Okay? All we need out of Spada is a solid single. Guys. This is another one of those things that doesn't make any freaking sense.
I mean, to be fair, he has yet to hit the ball. He needs to hit the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
But because
They're putting so much pressure on him to get a home run. What they need to be saying to him is, Spada, all you need is a solid single. All you have to do is get on base, Spada.
Now, what's he been... I guess, what, was he practicing with Lucky? Why was he up there with Lucky?
I can only assume that Lucky... But Lucky can't pitch right now, so I don't know how he's been helping him.
I don't know. Helping him summon his own good fortune. Do the devil pitch. What is the gambit here? Oh my... Oh, Spada. He's been practicing with Lucky all night.
He's like underhanding him.
This is adorable.
And he's still...
This is so goofy, but it's very cute.
but I'm sorry, maybe I just grew up watching way too much baseball. It's the one sport that I actually know inside and out.
Yeah.
I don't want to know it inside and out because I find it
What's he doing?
really fucking boring.
Oh!
I'm sorry.
What?
That's not a sword. That is literally your face.
What? That's apparently a home run for some reason.
He shot it out of the park, didn't he?
That's true. Okay, sure, why not? This baseball game hasn't made much sense anyway, so sure. I assumed that he was deliberately hitting it.
No more death ball. Just death.
I assumed that his plan was to literally get hit in the face and then take the walk.
That would work.
Yeah, exactly.
Get hit by a pitch.
It's only through hard work and dedication I got where I am. That's why we are strong.
But that's why I keep saying he just has to get on base.
Oh, he's gotten the Cassiopeia.
But in the Cassiopeia in Washington Heights.
Let's see what this one does. Ooh, what's the attack? It's a baseball.
What?
It summons a super baseball.
Okay, but
I think this is
we're playing keep away now?
No. I think it's a type of attack that I've heard of in other Sentai, where basically
everyone has to lay hands on the ball before it'll work.
I think so. Although it's not quite how it's playing right now. But.
Now the Endeavor has it.
There it goes. End ball.
And it is a pennant. We won the championship. I'm going to wait. What?
It was a little bizarre. Turned into a giant pennant and crushed him.
Well, that's this thing. Baseball is pennants.
Yeah, I know. Just usually balls don't turn into them and then crush people. You never really hear about somebody.
No, but it's sort of like the baseball equivalent of getting slammed by the Stanley Cup.
Hey, keep imagine. I haven't seen this combo in a little while. And this is kind of borderline their Ultra Zord. It's doing a lot of smashing. Pinch hitter. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Orion batter.
Yeah, because he's got the giant club.
Let's finish it.
Nice. Oh, and then they gotta cue it up for him to smash it.
And good luck.
Bye bye, Glevin.
Guess what? The jack matter will never die. So. I guess that awkward formal way of dying has something to do with Japanese baseball customs of respecting your coach or something. I don't know. That's not normal baseball.
Bow at the end of the game, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, here we do high fives.
Yeah.
Good game, but
high
they may bow
fives,
each other.
handshakes. New recipe. Yeah, nothing goes
Nothing
smoothly
goes
at
smoothly
first.
first.
人生も同じだ。失敗したらまた挑戦すればいい。そうさ。努力は必ず報われる。よし。それで4つ目のキュータも揃ったし、いよいよ目指すはジャークバターの本拠地、惑星サザンクロスだ。
Alright.
大事なことを忘れているよ。
Oh, they
それ
forgot.
は胴上げだ。さあ、優勝監督を胴上げしてくれたまえ。
Yeah. What they gotta? Oh, they gotta pick up their star and show things. Oh, because I'm the coach. Nope. Spot it because he saved the day. Whee! Ranger, Ranger, oh Kyuranger, oh Kyuranger. 3, 2, 1, oh Q, booda booda booda, oh hi, oh, Oshitama, Oshitama, da da shi, doopa 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 da, da ba boo, da ba da ba da ba go go, jig da bing, da ba lucky lucky Q-tama, 3, 2, 1, oh Q, boom boom. Q, Q, Tama, 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 Q, Q, Ripa, Rupa, Ripa, Rupa, Ripa, Q, Q, Tama, 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 Q, Q, Ripa, Rupa, Ripa, Ripa, 3, 2, 1, oh Q, Booda, 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 Q, Q, Tama, 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 Q, Q, Ripa, 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 Q, Q, Tama, 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 Q, Q, Ripa, Ripa, Ripa,
You get a little ahead there.
Maybe a little. Alright, you gotta open up the gate.
I gotta put my Fitbit on the charger. I was about to ask you how many steps that counted as, but...
That's interesting. You see who's popping up?
Yeah.
It looks like his dad again. Somehow. Hey, Caesar.
Is it another fake, or is the real dad actually surviving somewhere?
I don't know. But it looks like we're going into the,
Hey, another being sponsored by Star Wars.
Yeah, it's been the last few weeks. But yeah, we're finally, I guess we're going into the final arc. This was episode 40, and now they gotta go face off dark matter on their homeworld. I will admit, as happy as I was to get Spada focus,
It was a little weak Spada focus.
I was hoping we'd learn a little bit more about Spada. Because let's face it, that's probably his last focus episode.
Yeah.
And
It was a weak focus episode.
Spada's probably gotten the least focused out of everyone. Pretty close to it.
Yeah, Spada gets shortchanged.
Like the only other episode I can really think of for Spada was the episode right before. But it was actually the episode where Sho Rampo was introduced with his Purple Ranger powers. Because that was where we found out his backstory about learning to cook. But he hasn't really gotten anything else since then that I can remember.
Nope.
Poor Spada. Everybody was super cute this episode, though.
So cute.
Oh wow. This was just having fun with your characters episode.
Totally.
And in that respect, I think it made sense to have it be a Spada episode because
he's the fun character.
Well, they're all fun, but more so.
I was trying to make it make sense.
He's probably the least developed. Everyone else, you were kind of seeing them very much in their element as they were playing. But Spada, his element is just cooking.
I mean, if there's one country that loves baseball as much as we do, it's Japan.
Yeah. Well,
some of our best MLB players
came over from Japan.
I do not know any of our valid.
The one that pops to my mind is actually a guy who played for the Yankees. I forget what his name was.
Yeah.
But he was number 55. You know what they called him?
What'd they call him?
Go-Go.
Go-Go. Nice. I like it. I'm like trying to think in my head, who plays baseball? I think there's that Derek Jeter guy. That's the only person I can think of who plays baseball, and I don't even know if he's still playing or not. Are you looking him up now?
Yeah.
But yeah, we've seen a baseball episode in the past with the one Sentai episode that we actually got to kind of see in America back in Dino Thunder. Was a baseball
Matsui!
episode.
I knew that.
Okay, Hideki Matsui.
Hideki Matsui!
Cool.
Go!
But remember Lost and Found in Translation from Dino Thunder with Whacker Wilson? Yeah, this not too much by way of interesting developments, but it was fun to see the different characters showing how they all would behave in these circumstances.
And because they're probably going to get comments now during, I thought you said you knew baseball inside and out. I do. Not the players.
Well,
the actual mechanics
yeah,
of the game.
You know how the game
Because
works.
pretty much all of the games I watched involved my brother.
Yeah, watching high school, like middle school,
Yes.
high school baseball.
Middle school,
Yeah.
high school baseball. Actually, it was Little League, not Little League.
Yeah.
The competitor to Little League. It was community baseball.
Okay.
It was not. So I don't really know players or anything like that. I just spent summers scorekeeping.
I played T-ball for like
There is
a
something
year or two. Something
immensely
like
satisfying about those little notebooks.
that. Yeah. Notebooks.
They make special notebooks for baseball scorekeeping.
Okay.
With like charts on them and little pictures of the
okay.
diamond, and you have to mark them certain ways. And that's the thing about baseball is you can mark it all down into numbers, and then they'll show you something, and you look in the newspaper. It's called box score.
Okay.
And you can take those numbers and translate it back into exactly what happened. So and so struck out. So and so had 2 strikes, and then he got on base, and so was out at third base, and this, that, and the other, all from a little grid of numbers.
Interesting. Hey, Ali.
And I used to despise being dragged to these baseball games until I managed to occupy myself by learning how to be a scorekeeper. If I never see another baseball game again, it will be too soon.
Yeah.
But there is still something immensely satisfying about a neatly filled out baseball.
I don't think I've ever watched
scorecard.
a full baseball game.
They're long.
Yeah.
That's why when they went
I got time
directly
for that.
from the 4th inning to the 8th inning, I was like, what happened here?
What happened here is we were watching a 25-minute.
I know, but they had been representing each one with like at least one play for each
But after
inning.
the first few, you can skip around.
And then after the end, so it seemed to me that her line, "we're about to lose," was in the 4th inning.
Yeah.
Until I looked at the scoreboard
And
behind her
then
and
you realize
realized
we're in
that
the
they
8th
had
all of a sudden.
had a time jump. It's
Yeah.
like, probably you should establish the time jump before you say, "Oh no, we're about to lose,"
Fair
because
enough.
otherwise it seems like she said that in the 4th inning.
That was weird.
Which would have been stupid, which is why I was like, mercy rule?
I also don't understand why they waited until the 8th inning to start trying to kill them.
Yeah, I mean,
That was
they
weird.
beat the snot out of Lucky earlier,
Yeah.
but then they just held off for the rest of until the 8th inning.
Not to mention...
Did they, I don't know, maybe they wanted to win fair and square?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna go with this theory.
They were also just really bad at scoring.
They wanted to win at baseball.
Yeah.
But if they can't win at baseball, they're going to win any way they can.
I guess
So that would be why they waited until the 8th inning.
Or they wanted to toy with them or something.
Because...
Um,
And then
But-
Madako's kicking him and going, "No more death ball! Only death."
yeah. Also, that one hit of Madako's where she, did the octo hit or whatever it was. It's like, okay, so you're mostly doing this because you really need to play catch up in order to make it dramatic for the final bit.
No, see, these are box scores. See, this is this. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish you could see the little pictures, the diamonds, and the tiny things that you have to tick off and all that stuff. Sorry.
One thing that is also interesting is that this is an episode that will almost certainly not get adapted.
Yes.
There was virtually no usable ground footage for this episode. Maybe like, you know, the final battle or something, or maybe they might use it as the inspiration for an episode. But this probably had the least usable footage of any episode we've had so far. Just because people spent so much time unmorphed.
Yes. That's better.
And if you're going to do an episode like that, it's nice that it can be a fun, very character-driven episode.
See, you can see all the little diamonds, and
you
put little numbers in those boxes, and
cool.
I'm having nostalgia to the one good thing I enjoyed about baseball, which was
the grid of scorekeeping.
It was satisfying. By the end of the game, I'd have a neat little grid. Okay, some people are very sloppy scorekeepers.
You did scorekeeping during these?
I told you that. I just mentioned that. I despised it, and I could not stand it until I learned how to keep score, because it occupied me during the... It's just like I used to get really bored in church until I joined the church choir.
Yeah.
Because I had something to do.
Yeah.
Like, I am not a passive person.
I can't imagine, like... I know
it's really funny, because there was me and 2 other kids in church choir that were my age.
Yeah.
And we all turned out to be queer as heck, and we all have not been back to church in forever.
Yeah.
It's like, why did the church choir wind up with all the queer kids? Don't know.
Because they're the ones who like actually having something to do and enjoy performance.
I suppose, yeah.
That's actually...
I mean, that's the thing.
That's like, you know, that'd be like saying, what?
Well,
why
all
are they
the adults
in
were,
theater?
just, very straight-laced, very straight, adult, Christian people.
Yeah.
Catholic.
Yeah.
Because if you say Christian, it brings a different picture to a lot of people's heads, because a lot of people don't count Catholics as Christians for some reason. I don't know why. Point being, Catholic, church choir, whole bunch of grown adults. This is contemporary ensemble, though, because I was not about to be all of that. This was like Amy Grant and the guitar.
Okay. I don't know who Amy Grant is, but okay.
He was singing like rock songs. They're like, my God is an awesome God, He reigns from heaven above with. There was sign language and everything. It was awesome. But it was all adults.
Yeah.
And then 3 teenagers.
Okay.
And all of us turned out to be queer.
That adds up. That adds up.
And honestly, we'd spend inordinate amounts of time doing things like during the homily, flipping to hymnal pages and pointing at the titles and laughing at them, because if you put yourself in the right state of mind, all of the titles in the hymnal are funny.
Okay.
You just have to think about them in a wrong sort of way, because a lot of them have things like, Jesus come into me.
I think, well, I mean, I know there was the South Park episode where Cartman became a Christian rock star just by taking pre-existing love songs and just replacing the word girl with the name Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
That's when we would point at the hymnal and laugh at each other.
Yeah.
And giggle. And it was terrible, because our church had the choir directly behind the priest, facing...
Got off an interesting tangent here.
Facing the congregation, so in all likelihood they could see us back there tittering.
Yeah.
I didn't even care. But, it helps to have something to do during a long activity. And that's how we got there, which was baseball, which was scorekeeping, which I don't think these people were playing by the actual rules of baseball, which makes me wonder, of course they weren't playing by the actual rules of baseball, but what are the actual rules of Deathball?
It's whatever he wants them to be at that time.
It's like, so you're playing Calvin ball?
Pretty much.
Okay, but if you're playing Calvin ball, if you The Kyurangers know you are playing Calvin Ball.
Yeah.
Does it even matter if Spada can hit the ball?
What matters is that they commit to whichever rules have currently been presented.
But he can change them at any time.
True, but as far as I could tell, he changes them immediately. He does not seem to retroactively change any of them. He abides by whichever rules he sets.
Fair enough. Okay, so something goes not his way, and then he changes the rules, but still abides by the out that was caused by the original. Yeah, okay.
And all of the rule breaking was through his actions.
Yes.
So, obviously, he changes
Except
the
for
rule
the one
and then
time
he
that
does
the Kyurangers broke the rules.
Yeah.
And then
Where Stinger gets
Stinger
kicked
was
out?
ejected from the game.
Yeah.
At which point they realized they're not allowed to break the rules. Only he is.
Pretty much. So they need to abide by the rules. He does not. So long as he thinks to break the rules in time for it to matter.
Right. So I guess the one rule of Calvin Ball. No, 2 rules of Calvin Ball. The rules are what that guy says they are.
Yep.
And the rules are that what that guy says they are only from the point he says so.
Pretty much.
Oh, and the aim is still to... And apparently you still score runs in the same manner as actual baseball.
Yeah, it's basically baseball just with whatever modifications he feels like tossing on to make his team perform better at any given time.
Yeah, but they started, like, shooting at the batter, which I'm telling you, basic baseball, if you hit the batter,
yeah,
he gets first base.
Yeah. So I guess technically...
Likelihood, Madako, after shooting Stinger, Stinger should have just taken the base.
Yeah, but instead he incited violence.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, she didn't actually successfully hit him. He managed to dodge.
Fair enough. But with the number of pitches she threw...
Yeah.
She had enough fouls that he should take a walk.
I don't know. I think they all went over the plate.
Some of them were in the batter's box.
Fair.
You can't throw the pitch into the batter's box. Okay, here's the thing. It's still considered a foul if the only reason that the batter wasn't hit was that they dodged.
Right.
If the batter...
Garu should have walked. He got smacked in the head. Garu, why didn't he get a walk?
So apparently, the rules of Murder Ball do not include fouls or walks.
Apparently. Honestly, and one of the main reasons that I know this about taking a walk is because of...
Is that the only way you ever got on base?
No. How would I do that in T-ball? That would be impressive if I took a walk in T-ball. Like, I swing and somehow the ball jumps up from the tee and smacks me in the face. Which, to be fair, does sound like something I'd find a way to accomplish. But even so...
Can you walk by hitting enough foul balls, or do you just keep hitting foul balls and you can't get out? Oh, God. I'm starting to forget the rules of baseball. I think that might be a good thing.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I haven't watched it long enough that I...
But no, the reason I remember
a foul ball is a strike.
Yeah.
But you can't strike out on a foul ball.
I think you get I think it's like 4 fouls and then a walk or something.
What's the pitcher?
Or maybe that's. Don't you get a walk if there's enough foul balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
But balls can be
no wait, not foul ball, not foul ball, balls. It's called ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, right? The batter gets a set number of fouls if they knock it out of bounds, and each foul counts as, I guess, a strike. I forget. I remember I saw the movie Angels in the Outfield when I was a kid.
So, okay, here we go. Foul balls with the batter are outside. Right?
Live reactions, where you go to watch nerds try to figure out what baseball is.
Alright. So, a strike, as I said, is issued for the batter if he has fewer than 2 strikes, but you cannot strike out in a foul ball. So I was trying to figure out what happens if you just keep fouling, because it's been a while.
I thought you can strike out with fouls.
No, you're not unless you bunt.
Okay.
If you bunt, you can get anything.
So what happens?
So a foul ball is different than a foul tip, which travels. Ball makes contact with the bat, travels directly to the catcher's hand, and is caught, which is still a live ball, so a strike is added. No, I guess you can just keep hitting fouls indefinitely.
Really?
Apparently. That would be why I have forgotten.
I feel like when I did like high school gym or whatever.
No, ball 1, ball 2, ball 3.
Yeah.
That's
when the pitcher misses you.
That is foul pitches.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Before. That he should have gotten a base because Madako went through all 4 of her balls.
Yeah, exactly. But the walk rule I remember from Homer at the Bat on The Simpsons years ago. That was a good episode.
Okay.
Basically, Mr. Burns was having a baseball game with a competing nuclear power plant or whatever, and at one point he ended up bringing in a ton of ringers, so it was all like
people who don't work at his plant.
It was actual professional baseball players. There were a bunch of guest star professional baseball like.
Okay, fine, but how do you like
Ken Griffey Jr. and
if you're trying to do that, I'm pretty sure that's how you get.
It would just
those are some really obvious ringers.
Oh yes, that was one of the things that was funny was they got all these famous baseball players for this episode, and then of course it still came down at the end to Homer.
So wait, was there like a rule he had to keep at least one person from his actual company on the team?
No, it was just.
How did Homer wind up on the team?
Through a series of ridiculous events, where every professional baseball player got waylaid from the game through all sorts of random wackiness. Like, one guy got pulled over and was spending the night in jail. One guy went...
So they had 8 professional ball players and Homer.
I think they still had, like, people who were on the bench who were actual from the initial team they started with.
Of course.
And then eventually the second stringers were brought into play after all the professional baseball players. Like, I think, like, I don't know, Ken Griffey Jr. was hypnotized and thought he was a chicken. I keep saying Ken Griffey. I forget who.
Baseball episodes are weird.
They're always weird.
You remember the one where Deep Space Nine played against the Vulcans?
I've seen the memes.
Death to the opposition!
Oh, wouldn't that be Klingons? No, wait. Yeah, Klingons are the wrinkles.
Don't they played against the Klingons?
No? Okay, Worf was just on there. There were no other Klingons.
Worf was on Deep Space Nine. He was on the Deep Space Nine team.
Okay. Oh, so they were playing against Vulcans?
I'm pretty sure they were playing against the Vulcans.
That doesn't seem like something Vulcans would do. They don't seem like they'd care.
It was a friendly baseball game.
Okay.
It was Deep Space Nine baseball game.
Wasn't that show all about the
Yeah,
Majorans?
it's Vulcans.
It was the Vulcans? Huh.
It was, like I said, a friendly.
That's fair.
It was for bragging rights. Let's see.
What do I know?
Yeah. Captain Solik of the Federation starship Tacumba challenges his former classmate Cisco and his crew to a game of baseball.
Yeah.
So it's just, friends.
But anywho,
and it was Vulcans.
So bases were loaded at the end of the Simpsons episode. Homer goes up to bat and gets smacked in the head, and that's how he wins the game.
Yeah, because if he walks, that pushes everybody forward 1 base.
Yep.
They have to be loaded for that to work. If there was no one on second,
that's what it was.
Stop.
Bases were loaded.
Then yeah, you can win the game by taking the base of the pitch.
He just gets beamed so hard, and he just falls down. So when the guy comes around to home base, he actually has to roll Homer off in order to take the base.
Yes, because you do have to touch the base.
Yeah.
You cannot touch the guy who's passed out on the base.
Yeah. And I used to know the song they played over the end credits where it was like a Homer at the Bat song, where they actually sang about what happened to all the baseball players.
Okay, so was it a riff on a Casey at the Bat song?
Something like that. I forget what the original song was.
If you asked me what plays at the end of a baseball episode, I'd say this used to be my playground.
No, I'll find it for you later. It was like, ba-dum.
Lori Petty doesn't get enough acting work.
The nuclear team had won it. I forget how it went. I used to know that whole song though.
Cause all mountain land is.
When I like used to know tons of Simpsons trivia. My family, we used to watch Simpsons every night.
They did.
And I got so good with knowing Simpsons episodes that we used to see between me, my brother, and my dad, who would figure out which episode it was first because you didn't have DVR back then, so you didn't know what the episode was going to be until it started playing.
See, me and my friends used to do that with the X-Files, and we figured out solely based on, because all X-Files episodes start
Yeah, they start with the location.
Let's start with the location, but before the location comes up, usually it pans across a deciduous forest.
Yeah.
But it's a different deciduous forest each time, so like next level was being able to identify the episode by the pan across of a deciduous forest.
Which is impressive. That is very impressive.
And also the chiron doesn't come up all at once; it crawls.
Yeah.
So like sometimes you would look at the date and time.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, that one.
Yeah.
Before it got to the location, because by the time you get to the location, it's a dead giveaway.
Yeah, I think I got the fastest on identifying Simpsons episodes eventually. I remember there was one where I figured it out within like 4 seconds.
Early trips to the in-laws. I learned that TV trivia is apparently very important in his house growing up.
Yeah, surprise! Database Ranger grew up in a house where TV trivia was valued.
But not Power Rangers TV trivia.
No. That's
just like you're studying the wrong show. Stop. Study more Simpsons.
It was all about Simpsons and Seinfeld.
Both of which were banned in my household growing up.
Yeah.
You can't watch that. You're a child.
Well, I'd say Seinfeld in particular probably was a bit of an influence on my writing.
We are so off the topic of Kyurangers now.
It's where the snarky, fast-paced dialogue comes from. It's all Seinfeld. But yeah, I think we have really.
We went baseball.
Yeah, we keep using.
We keep going off into baseball tangents because it was a baseball episode.
But it's also so funny just because.
Because baseball episodes are weird, and
neither of us watch baseball or enjoy baseball.
Episodes is when you think about it. Because, like, for example, we are watching a Sentai, and that has a lot, a lot of tropes that are not native to our culture, because it's not our show. It's a Japanese show.
Yeah.
So it panders into Japanese tropes. But the baseball episode
is something that
applies to our culture as well.
Yeah, and I think one of the interesting things.
So that's something that we're able to relate to. We're like, hey, a baseball episode, because shows have baseball episodes for some reason.
Well, one interesting thing that I'll actually note is that you see baseball episodes more often than you see a lot of other sports episodes.
Yeah.
You're more likely to have a casual baseball team than a casual
anything else.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like, American shows in general, like, they've got always their onsen episode.
Yeah.
Everyone goes to the onsen.
Oh, and the Japanese shows.
Yes, they.
You were saying American shows in general, they have the onsen.
No, American shows, we have baseball episodes. They have onsen episodes.
Yeah.
And they have made a baseball episode. And I think that's why we're off on so many tangents, because we're thinking of all the other baseball episodes.
Right.
Because
even though
it's really relatable to us.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that many examples, but
no, I know. We've talked about the examples in the shows that we... Did Seinfeld have a baseball episode? I'll bet you they did.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't watch Seinfeld, though, because it was one of both they did in my house.
Oh, yeah, of course, because George worked for the Yankees for like a season or two.
Right,
for a couple seasons.
They had a baseball season.
George Steinbrenner was a recurring character. Not actually George Steinbrenner, it was Larry David playing George Steinbrenner.
Baseball gets into all of our television shows for some reason.
You never actually saw his face, you just saw the back of his head with Larry David doing the Steinbrenner voice, and he was just always yelling. Like,
to the point where we wind up explaining baseball to alien cultures in our television.
Apparently that's a thing.
I'm not just talking about the Vulcans.
I'm talking about what happened in this actual episode. Tsurugi just explained baseball to aliens. Because keep in
Fair
mind,
enough.
him and Kataro are the only ones from Earth, and Kataro probably doesn't know. Well, I guess he does. Somehow they still have baseball after the
I was
world's
gonna say,
been
Kataro
of the
looked
universe.
like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Somehow,
In fact, Raptor looked like she knew what
yeah,
she was doing.
everybody but Lucky knew what
Candy
baseball
knew what she was doing. So baseball has spread across the galaxy.
Across the universe.
Universe.
Yeah.
Um,
Crazy.
yeah. So baseball is like,
Universal.
yeah, which I think part of why there are more casual baseball or softball teams than there are for a lot of other sports.
Yeah.
Is that it is a game in which the chances, okay, it is not a contact sport,
Right.
and it is a non-contact sport in which the chances of accidental contact are still pretty slim.
Right.
The most troublesome contact in baseball is either getting hit by a pitch,
Yeah.
or someone plowing you over because you are guarding the base they want to stand on.
Well, it lends itself a bit better, I think, to having an overall additional episode plot, specifically because there's so much downtime for so many.
I was going to say, and also baseball is a slow-moving game.
It is.
So you have time for plot.
Yeah.
In a baseball
like in a basketball episode, for instance, people are going to be running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
In baseball, people spend a lot of time standing there, which is why I despised baseball and still kind of
as far
do,
as if you're on
the fact that I know all
if
of
you're
it.
on the hitting team, most of your people are you're the
Hanging
only
out in the
one up.
dugout.
They're either on the dugout or they're chilling out of their bases.
Yep.
There's only one. There's generally only like one or two people actively
There's a trope about
doing
outfielders
things in a
picking
game.
dandelions.
Yeah, that was me during T-ball. I didn't. Let's face it. If you're in the outfield for T-ball, you are doing nothing. Like the odds that the ball is going to come anywhere near you is so infinitesimal.
Why did they not play outfield in?
I don't know. I'm not even sure what that means.
It's basically if you are at bat and
Yeah.
the coach of the other team calls outfield in, this is a major insult because the idea is there is no way your ball is going that far into the outfield, so the outfielders need to come farther forward to catch your ball.
I also just could not care less. I cared nothing for what was going on. It's like, oh, did we win? Cool. Oh, we lose? Okay.
And the perfect revenge against outfield in, of course, is to bunt.
They're all scrambling.
It doesn't matter that the outfield is in because the infield has to handle it.
Yeah.
Bunts are handled by the infield. Unless you get it right between.
But yeah, I know this for so many people, like, it's like a big thing for, like, you know, to go to, like, your first professional baseball game.
Oh!
And
I went to those
have
too.
no intention of
I
ever
brought
doing
a
that.
book.
Nice. Good call.
I never went to see the Yankees. My family went to see the Yankees, but I made a really good case for not going to see the Yankees, and that was, Mom, Dad, Yankees tickets are really expensive, and you've seen what I do at...
Yeah. It's like, this is not worth it.
Because I've been to professional baseball games, but I've never been to a...
Major League?
Major League professional baseball game. I used to watch... we had a... I don't know if they're still around, but... we had the Albany Colony Diamond Dogs. And at one point they were called the Albany Colony Yankees. And basically, we live in the vicinity of the Yankees farm team.
Yeah.
So we would go watch the farm team all the frickin' time.
Well,
but I think they moved.
I think...
because Heritage Park doesn't get much use anymore.
Let's face it, though, hon. Pretty much the only real reason that we would have forever, at this point in our lives... going to go see baseball games would basically be if we have kids who get interested in baseball. Which, honestly, it would not surprise me greatly because a lot of kids play baseball, but it doesn't seem like something that we would... But many kids play baseball as a result of their parents, so I'd be kind of surprised if that happens.
Hang on.
Anywho, we should probably wrap things up.
Yeah, probably.
Dave should be here soon. I actually want to check my phone to see.
There we go. Okay, so between 1985 and 1994, the Albany had
Yeah.
the Yankees farm team.
All right, so like half an hour ago, I said like, yeah, there's not really that much to talk about with this one, and then
So we talked about baseball.
This is pretty much the only time when you'll ever see me. This is an episode for the ages. It's like the only time when you'll see me
You're
go off on
telling me to shut up so that we can end the video.
No. Where you see me go off on a tangent talking baseball with somebody for like half an hour.
It was a baseball episode.
That is not something that happens in my real life. This is a treasured moment for anyone who actually cares.
So they've been gone for this area for ages, but I used to get dragged to those games all the time.
So, and then we'll be back to plot next week, so that's exciting. So anywho, it was a fun episode.
Yes.
Good game. Good
game.
All right, good game. All right. So until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you.
Strike 3. You're out.
Woohoo! I get to go home.